The Rock and Roll Tarot Deck. It's a groovy deck designed to unlock your psychic potential. Combining the iconic tarot imagery of Pamela Coleman Smith with rock poster art to reveal a fresh new take on an ancient oracle. Each card contains keywords to help memorize the meanings, but as you progress, the text shapes may change and morph to reveal much more. Allow your mind to wander so that Spirit can communicate with you through the illustrations on the cards. The Rock and Roll Tarot Deck is a full 78-card deck. The extra large size enables you to see the cards clearly and enjoy the vibrant artwork. Created by spiritual artist Vickie, who is a seasoned tarot reader herself, this beautiful deck is meant to grow with you as you progress forward on your path. Be sure to tune into Vickie's YouTube channel for free monthly card readings and broadcasts from the universe. Hello Pisces, welcome to the April of 2016 Tarot Scopes. We are going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot Deck. It's arrived, so here we go. Rock and Roll Tarot Deck, along with which is my creation, along with the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. We'll be pulling one from that, which is also my creation. If you go up in that info section up there, the eye in the sky, you can find out to order all this stuff for yourself. Okay, so this is the first month using it. You're actually the first one. I'm working backwards. If you don't get a message to here, I hope you do, but if you don't, be sure to check your rising and moon sign. And I'm using a new cloth because it came to my attention that there was somebody else, several people contacted me. There's another reader who's using a similar cloth and a similar spread. So there might have been some confusion that you might have thought that it was me, but it wasn't. So let's get rolling here. There's a couple that are already kind of flying out here for Pisces. Yeah, so we're going to use this new spread, this new cloth. Eventually I'll get into designing the, spread. I've done enough. I need a little bit of a rest, okay? So what's going on for Pisces in April 2016? Well, there's a couple that want to come out this way. I'll just let them go like that. I'm not sure which way to throw them. Okay. Pisces, 2016, April. What is going on here? Okay. Pisces, last card. Okay, yeah, like I said, we're going to try to make sure we can fit all these in. I upped the camera a little bit because I want to make sure that we can see. These cards are much larger, but I like that they're much larger. Bear with me. I'm using this new deck. There's probably going to be things popping up about the deck as we go along, but this is just beginning to know it. And you think, well, you made the cards. How come you don't know them? Because when I'm in the design mode, it's a completely different mode than when I'm in the reading mode. Maybe not, but I wasn't looking at them that way. I was looking at them like, how can I fit all the text into, the placement that I want. I wasn't really looking at, any meanings. Okay. Alright, so there's a lot of keywords on these cards too, and I think I'm going to hold them all up so you guys can really look at it too and see if any keywords pop at you or any initials, because that's how it's going to be when you're reading these cards. Also, as there's definite words here, but there's other weird words, or maybe your eyes will kind of play tricks on you and you might kind of see these other words there too. So this is why this deck is so cool and I'm so stoked about it. Well, it's a month of new beginnings for you guys because you do have the two aces right here. You have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Swords. Now you take a second, look at these cards, see if any of these words are popping at you, see if any of the letters are popping at you, because this is all relevant. And if I did that too fast, you could always freeze the tape and look at it better. Okay, so yeah, new beginnings. New beginning in money, and new beginning, a victory over... Ace of Swords is a victory or breakthrough, as I wrote here. But usually it's over something that's been kind of looking not so great, and all of a sudden there's a big shift and a big change. So for a lot of you, maybe you're going to get some big financial gain or some new job, but there's also lots of love cards here. You have the Two of Cups in reverse, however, And I want to look at these cards upside down, because then the letters upside down are really going to make some funky shapes, aren't they? You know, this big S stands out to me, and it's a S either way, so maybe that's a letter for, it's S upright or reverse, as S's are. Yeah, these two S's are really standing out to me. So SS. Well, SS, I think of a ship, too, like the SS Minnow, you know, from Gilligan's Island. And you Pisces, you know, you're water people anyway. And ships are associated with cups and water signs. But in reverse, this usually means that there was some sort of breakup or falling out. Now, it's funny, I've got quite a few court cards showing around here. Now, if you've never seen my readings, know that these court cards, they're all male. So this is a knight, a king, and a king. So we're talking about, I'm going to say he, but really, because this is general readings, it could be male, female, whoever, all right? So I'm guessing like this is this. This is because you have the Knight of Rods and the King of Rods in reverse. Now usually what that means, and go ahead and freeze it or look at the letters if you want, what that means is somebody, you met them at some point, they seemed really cool, you got along, you hit it off, but then as the time passed, because passing from a knight to a king shows younger to older or time passing, right? And so as time went on, it wasn't so great anymore. That some things, it kind of turned, you know, if it was like this, it could say, oh, it's a really long-standing relationship that's going to be great over long term. However, when you get this king in reverse, it's like, yeah, he started out pretty cool, but then, you know, we found out that there was some things that weren't really working out here. Now, the Ace of Swords is in here, and it's pointing right at this breakup or falling out card. And it's also right next to this guy in reverse over here, right? So, it's like, you know, there's another person here. And for a lot of you, you're going to be ending a relationship and starting a new relationship. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But the other person is the King of Cups, who's the water sign, who could totally be you, you know. So take a look at these letters and stuff. Anything stand out to you? Anything look like a different word than it really is? Actually, that word, this is moody, but it looked like moon to me when I just glanced at it. So I'm going to tell you that where the new and full moons are, because that could be relevant. We're going to have a new moon on the 7th in Aries, and you do have a lot of stuff about this fire sign, and we are in the time of fire for the majority of the month. And then secondly, the full moon is on the 22nd, and that's going to be in Scorpio, which is also a water sign, which the King of Cups represents, the water signs. And I saw that moon there. So it could be something around that full moon, that water sign full moon of Scorpio on the 22nd. That's for you regarding this. This could be you, but for a lot of you, I just kind of feel it might be somebody else. It just might be somebody else. Either way, there's a decision that has to be made, okay? You're going to make a decision. I feel like it's which way am I going to go? Am I going to go with this person or am I going to go with this person? One or the other. And the Lovers is in here too, you know. So this is a lot of romantic and love relationships here we're talking. This isn't just, money cards are here and there's some money stuff coming, but it does seem to be a lot about relationships for many of you. And it could be a matter of out with the old and in with the new. You know, well, it's going to be in with the new too. The other thing, because Ace of Swords is a victory or a breakthrough when things seemed bleak. So for some of you, maybe you were involved with somebody, they were cool, they kind of turned to be not so cool as time went on, but now they're going to make a turnaround. Maybe this isn't a different person, but this is just them really behaving in a different way and behaving more cup-like, more loving, you know, the loving cups, you know, more emotionally present, loving. This person is definitely more emotionally present and loving than this person. Okay. I'm leaning towards it's probably not the same person. It's probably a new person for many of you. But it may not be. Also, if this is not you, this could be somebody else like that you're around. Like if your relationship's stable and you're cool and that doesn't apply to you, maybe this is your best friend or your sister or your daughter or, you know, somebody else who's going through and you're involved. You know, and if that's the case, then maybe they're going to go ahead and meet somebody cool and new. Ace of Pentacles is in the spread here, so there's new money coming in. You know, it does seem to be all tied to this relationship stuff too, which is kind of interesting. So, it could be like Well, some of you might meet somebody through work or through some kind of financial, a gig or a job. You know, you might meet somebody through your work. Some of you, maybe this relationship has really been holding you down and you like cut the dead weight and all of a sudden you're flourishing and your money's rolling for you again. Because it's surrounded by, there's been some struggle around this, but there's this breakthrough. And this strife, you know, this could be struggle of any sort. This strife and this problems that are going on here, this fighting and this conflict, there's going to be a breakthrough. And money, you know, maybe you guys have been fighting over money and then you get some new money and everything's smoothed out. You know, that happens a lot too. Here's what it talks about though, 8 of Pentacles. This is the card of doing what you love. This is the card of gratification. On most of these I put the most highest, the top card is sort of like the one main word that I think of. I think of this as the craftsman card. But also, you know, there's gratification, there's satisfaction. You know, you're in your grooving, you're in your groove, you're in the flow, you know, artisan, skills. You know, I put all these words on the card. Prosper, you're prospering. But the thing about it is you're prospering from doing something you really like. You're not, it's not like you have to do some horrible job that makes you crazy. Or brings up a lot of conflict in your work too. You know, sometimes people are having a hard time at work and they might bring it home too. So maybe somebody gets a better job where the environment is better, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're a kinder, gentler person at home. That could be too. It's a Hierophant though. It's kind of crazy because you have Hierophant and Magician, which are almost sort of different. They are different. You know, the Hierophant, conventional, structured, group, clan. The Hierophant is like institution. It's like the big institution, right? Where the Magician is more independent. But, you know, the Magician is also kind of going for it, you know. So if you've been, you know, doing your thing here on the side, but you're not really ready to reveal it, or, you know, maybe you should go and approach this bigger company. You're ready. The cards are saying you're ready. If this is the case, if this is something even maybe that you have even done for pleasure or for a hobby on the side, you're ready. It's time. The big group is going to embrace you. Like you could get picked up or bought out by some big company, or maybe some big company would buy your idea, or maybe you want to get in this big company, but you don't have the official credentials. Like you don't have, well, they want somebody with X amount of schooling or whatever. This work that you're doing on your own, perfecting your skills, is going to apply, and you'll be able to get it. And I think that's what the Magician is saying, like just go for it. Because sometimes the Magician is about breaking out on your own, because he's number 1, of course. I do have the numbers on all the cards here, too. Somewhere in there's a 1. I like to keep it kind of... I'm going to do other color versions of this at some point, I think. I have already got 3 or 4 different versions in mind. But I like to keep it kind of... like all the words aren't the same color, so that way it loosens you up to kind of move around and look at this card in a different way. Because it's not, I mean, when you first start, if you're a beginner, sure, it's nice to just read the words off the card. But as you go on, you're going to start seeing, I just saw us here. Us and cuss, but I've wanted to say cuz. So maybe some of that might be relevant for some of you. But anyways, the Magician is about going forward, you know, go for it, do it. I always look at what that Magician points at, and he points to the Lovers. So if some of you, this could be, the Lovers is applying, this Magician's applying to the Lovers, like, go for that new relationship for many of you. And this may just be like a separate part of the other thing. But you got aces, you got love, you got money, things are looking good. There is one person that you may be having a falling out or some conflict with, but it's kind of like, well, it's good riddance. I hate to say it, but it really is. Okay. So yeah, check out this Rock and Roll Tarot. I'm going to get going on your animal totem for Pisces. These are both my decks, and they're both available through the Game Crafter, as well as my book, Tarot in the Modern World, if you're looking to read, learning how to read tarot from watching these videos, and pick up this book. Everything is as inexpensive as I could possibly make it, because I know that people need their money. You need your money, honey. Okay, Pisces, what's going to be the animal totem card for you? The Wasp. Look at the colors are even the same. Well, there's the Wasp for you. Take a little minute to check the card out. See if anything stands out to you. As always, I'll try to remember to edit it in and put it on the screen. Let's read what I initially wrote on the card. Fearless warrior spirit of the sky, shamanic healing, transformation, stinging, attacking, fighting the good fight, impassioned action makes dreams come true. Well, this could be impassioned action as well. This, doing what you really love and taking the action of the magician. This is really good. The shamanic healing and transformation, because I see a big difference in your this relationship thing. Whatever this negative relationship, I mean, maybe it's even a work relationship. But the Lovers is here, so that's what makes me think that's a little bit more than a work relationship. But, whatever this conflict's been, it's showing as, it's represented as the King of Rods, as the conflict person. But it could be a male, female, or whoever. And it could also just be saying, we're in the time of Aries, we're in fire most of the month. So it could just be saying, like, this is happening now in fire. We've got the fire sign people showing up. But shamanic healing and transformation, I really like that, So it's time to end this. It's a big new beginning month for you. Spring has sprung in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's a big month for you guys. I'm just going to write down wasp over here. Okay, Pisces, thank you guys so much for watching and sharing and liking my videos and everything you do to help make my channel the success that it is. Don't forget to check out the Eye in the Sky for information, and don't forget to hit that that subscribe button down the bottom here. And below the video you can find links to social media, Facebook, and all the links to all the stuff I'm offering. Have a great April, Pisces. I'll talk to you next month.